Who is a porn addict? A porn addict is someone who cannot feel sexual desire, maintain sexual desire, or reach orgasm or any of these without watching porn. Anyone can easily test themselves on this day to see if they are a porn addict. And if you realize that you are, that's the first step towards a fuller life, the key to which is in this book. A whole chapter is dedicated to suggesting coping methods, specifically for those suffering from porn addiction. The first step is always self-acceptance. For this, I call upon my own theory, which is none other than the black sheep theory. Every addict is a black sheep in their own family as their addiction eventually comes to light. They are the ones who are put on display, stoned, judged, etc. Being a black sheep seems like an ungrateful role, but if you read my theory, you'll realize it's actually a very grateful and good role, because you will help your entire family to change their lives for the better. In certain cases, however, porn addiction takes on extreme forms. For example, the case of Ted Bundy illustrates this, who was an American serial killer. He stated in his last interview before his execution that although everything was fine in his life, it was because of watching porn that he started to rape and kill women. Still, as long as pornography is just conveniently available, it appeared previously, where they ask if maybe he wouldn't do it. And this is capable of not just watching, but watching. And since death was mentioned, indeed, an addiction could have driven a person to death. You can also read a report in this book about a man whose 4 friends died as a result of unresolved sexual problems at home, which they drowned in alcohol due to the sorrows they felt inside. Porn is the new alcohol. I help those who want to be men to wrap women around their fingers and they don't know what it takes for this, mistakenly believing that primarily money, a charming appearance, etc. are needed. Instead, I say something completely different. Since the feeling of worthlessness is common among all addicts, I also provide a recipe for how to handle this. I believe it has already become clear from the previous points that it is worth buying this book, even for those who suffer not from porn addiction, but from some other addiction. By the way, when we talk about porn addiction, it doesn't work without the internet. So, internet addiction, mobile phone addiction, just to mention 2 other related addictions. If you suffer from these, you should definitely read this book. If for no other reason, because it can save you from having to make an appointment with me and attend counseling. Today, both in Hungary and around the world, there are relatively few professionals who treat porn addiction. The reason for this is that it is a relatively new problem, and there is not yet an established education or methodology for it. This could also serve as a methodology. On the other hand, the few sexologists who competently deal with it are likely overwhelmed. At least I have a waiting list of several months. But if you read this, you are already doing a lot to help yourself get better, so that you can get better. Order this book for yourself or send it to someone who might need it. This is my second book, which contains 35 plus 27 penis stimulation techniques. I wrote this book because in my previous book about treating porn addiction, the majority of interviewees, as well as in my practice, the majority of men stated that women's expertise in manual stimulation leaves something to be desired, and that's why they prefer to use their own hands, instead of letting a woman stimulate them, and this is also why they turn away from women. So, this is a process that can be reversed if a woman learns how to stimulate a penis and what additional techniques can be employed for this purpose. If you are a man, gift this to your partner. And if you are a woman, buy it for yourself or for your friend.